Okay. Sorry. That got me more than I expected. All right. I had to go outside after that. It was just a bit much, really. And I'll maybe talk about why. So that was a beautiful piece of music by Andy Timmons. I'm late, about a year, 2 years, I don't know, late recording that. Because I think it was about that long ago that Andy Timmons played it on an episode of that pedal show and made Dan cry, and Guitar YouTube kind of exploded with it, apparently. I don't really know, because I wasn't really playing guitar at that point. I had deleted my previous channel about a decade ago and just kind of stopped playing very much. Sometime last year, probably, I decided I needed to get back to it for a number of reasons. And so I did, and I've been playing guitar for, 40 years or something, I don't know, 1985. Well, that's electric guitar, a bit of acoustic before that. And I made my first pedal board last year, so I'm really a bit behind everything. Why am I doing this? I don't know. There was an interesting video by Venus Theory. And he posed the question, why would we be doing this? Why would we be sharing music? Is it validation? Is it something else? I think for me, and I know that nobody's going to watch this, the point is just to do it, I think, and sharing it feels like completing the circle. Something in me, putting it out there, that's just the way it is. If someone listens to it, great. If they get something from it, even better. So why this piece? It's beautiful. It feels like a good start. And it kind of means something to me in a way. Here lies the heart. Now, the name I've chosen for the channel, Kaifuku, is a Japanese word meaning recovery. And you can take that in a lot of ways, and I'm not going to go there. But it fits. It also, and I realised this today, really, as I was playing it, in particular as I came to the end of it and I couldn't talk. I was going to go on to say some of this, but I couldn't, because I've been reading and watching and thinking and talking about all this stuff in Minneapolis in the US, and that was going into how I felt that music today. And that's what a piece like that does, or can do, because it's really simple. It's harmonically simple, melodically simple. It's kind of repetitive. It's just the same thing, the first bit, and then it's up an octave and it's the same bit again. And it's quite sparse, and there's not much technically to it. There's a challenge to get it right, yes, but it's not riddly diddly difficult. So what you have to do is find the emotion for you. And this is the interesting part, is that I have no idea the emotion that Andy Timmons was feeling and conveying when he wrote it. but you listen to a piece of music and it evokes emotion in you. And then your job as a musician is to use that music, whether you've written it or somebody else has, to take the feeling that that music gives you and convey it through those notes. At least as I see it. So I had to convey what I was feeling. What was I feeling today? Despair, anger, pity. I felt, for me at least, that came out in the music. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting that there. Now, there'll also be, I also recorded, and I may put up another piece called Only Six. And this was pretty terrible. I wrote it about 20 years ago when the foster daughter of a colleague, a 6-year-old, died, which was kind of the worst thing ever, really. And I learnt this, went home, wrote this piece of music. Recently, I've just kind of adjusted some of the, not the harmony per se, but some of the voicings, and just, enhanced it a bit with, because I've come a little bit of a way in 20 years, hopefully. But it's basically that piece. Now, so there's that. The other thing that I'll be doing with this channel, whenever I upload something that's been recorded and hopefully made to sound nice-ish, is I'll also upload the raw camera footage. I really don't think I'm going to be Sapcode, which is a bit naughty. Danny Sapcode does much more than root out internet fakery. It's just that he does it better than anybody else. And it's kind of rude to use his name as a verb, but it works. But honestly, who's going to fake mediocrity? So I don't think anybody's going to accuse me of anything. But still, as part of what I hope will be a movement, and I saw, coincidentally, on Alex Hutchings' channel, he's proposed a couple of hashtags, and play real or real play or something. I'll find out what it is. And I think this is important because all this Instagram edited riddly diddly crazy stuff, and that's a whole other thing, but I think it's important that there is a counter movement that is just what we play, and there may be mistakes, there may be things that didn't come out as planned. That's cool, that's fine, that's music in the moment. There's another hashtag, music in the moment. So I will have another playlist or something, and the videos of just the raw camera footage, which will sound like crap. But I'll put that there. Just it's kind of like in maths, right? In school, you're doing a maths problem. It kind of, well, it does matter if you get the right answer, but that's only a piece of a thing. You may get some marks for getting the right answer, but then you get a whole lot more for your working. So this is my working, right? And I think we should do that. I think we should not just show the answer, which is the finished product, but our working, how we got there. If there's a mistake, if there's something less than ideal, we let it stand. Because that's what it is. It's of the moment, it's how it goes. So, that's me. I'll be doing some more, hopefully.